What is up? Welcome back to another HomePod live stream repair. We've got Jose with no power, with DC filters, Albert with a brick. No, that's right. Albert, we already looked at, I believe. Let me double check. Oh yes, we already looked at Albert's. Okay, so we've got, then after that, Jury. I think you would say it like that. They have no power. We have an anonymous Death Farts repair. An anonymous fellow that sent in 2 with no power and 1 with no base. And an anonymous Death Farts repair that they had already tried themselves and unfortunately broke a few things along the way, so we're going to see if we can't save that. This will be an interesting stream today. We'll go ahead and start with an easy one to warm up here. We've got Jose with no power. Let's see, number 321. We'll shoot him a quick message, let them know they're up for fixing now. There we go. We'll let the next fellow up know that they are, of course, next. All right. Our first few repairs have been messaged. Here we have Jose, no power. Here we have my favorite beer, Kirin Ichiban. And I don't have any fingernails. Help. What do we got going on? Oh, I have been neglecting my Discord server, so I suppose I'll drop a link in there too. Oh, 15 updates. Yeah, it's been a minute since I've opened this on here. I'm running out of monitors. I need another monitor. There we go. Alright. Discord has been notified. I can't close Discord. It wants to curse my computer. There we go. Alright. Enough putting it off. Let's see what we've got here for Jose with no power. We're gonna touch the top a bunch. Make sure it's not like briefly turning on and then back off. And it's not, we do have 6 watts of power draw at the wall, so that looks like the usual dead diode failure that we encounter here. Well, geez, these days it feels like 3, 4, 5, 10 plus times a day. Well, let's get it fixed. Oh yes, I need to prepare myself a few. Oh, never mind. These will do. We do need to make a few screws for ourselves. I just like to do this ahead of time. Yeah, we'll just do one of them. These are new gaskets for the subwoofer screws. Not necessary, but just a little extra thing that we do for these. One less reason to come back to us when the old stuff finally gives up. We'll drop a few of Tim Cook's tears into there to break down the glue holding this together. That stuff's a real effective solvent. Oh yes, how rude of me. We are looking at our amplifier board now, the source of most of HomePod's problems. We are actually doing a little bit of maintenance first. We're replacing the DC filters that often go bad, if anything, that naturally age over time and lose their effectiveness and lead to death farts and all sorts of bass issues. So we're going to keep all that away with some new filters, and then we can flip it around and replace their dead diode. We have got a 46K over here.
No, it's okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's legit.
I'm gonna put it in the thing.
EV, what is up? Welcome back. Yes, my apologies. I am a little behind still. You'll hear from me tonight though, and we'll get it shipped out tomorrow for you for sure, for sure. Don't shoot me another email though, because it'll shoot you back to the end of the list, and I might miss you. But I'll try to remember here. Alright. Ooh, that is some good ice cream, I gotta say. Vegan ice cream? No. Unfortunately for anyone that's vegan, that is just normal homemade ice cream. Oh, but it tastes just like Tillamook ice cream, I gotta say. I'm gonna have to go and make sure that she didn't get some Tillamook and then melted it and then refroze it and said, here you go. Made it myself. This is the first time I've tried this size. Seems to work pretty good. Steezy, what is up? Hope you're doing all right out there. We're doing pretty good. We actually had a Steam Deck show up today for a shell swap. Won't have time to do that today, but that'll be the plan for tomorrow. I'm looking excited. I'm looking forward to that. Pretty excited.
having trouble connecting. I'm having trouble.
Good, good, good. Let's keep it going here. Here we've got I don't actually know how you pronounce that. I apologize. But it sounds like they've got some symptoms for bad DC filters. Oh, of course, Steezy. That's what I put the info out there for. That's what I fixed these for. Okay. So that does have quite a bit of a pop there going in and out of standby. Let's get it fixed. If you break one of the posts holding the drawstrings together, you can take your soldering iron and slowly and carefully bend that back, melt it back into place, and you've saved your logic board's midframe. Don't forget to clean and retin your soldering iron before you put it away. Never store your soldering iron without some solder on it. I'm about to get a second one of these so that I can like unscrew all of this like with both hands at the same time. That'd be funny, don't you think? I mean, it's not too unreasonable with how many screws hold these things together. Double fisting a set of electric screwdrivers to get it apart a little quicker. The subwoofer is in great shape still. That 10 ohm resistor next to where the subwoofer plugs into though. Yikes. Not looking as good for wear there. Okay, first thing we're gonna do is get those filters replaced, and then we'll see what else this needs. It's gonna need a new 10 ohm resistor, that's for sure. You'll see what we're talking about when I flip this board around. Excuse me. Alright, let's get that diode out of here. It is oh, we don't need to. It's a 52K. So that means, let's get that roasty looking 10 ohm resistor out of here. Olson, what is up? Welcome back. Glad you could make it. Yeah, today is a full stack of HomePods. And then tomorrow, we've got a Steam Deck that someone sent in with an extreme rate custom shell that they want us to swap on there for them. And then soon, I'm expecting to get a MacBook showing up here. It just needs new speakers put into it, but it's something a little different for here. And when they emailed me asking if I could do it, you bet I said yeah. Won't be the first Steam Deck we've done. There was a Steam Deck about a year and a half ago that was sent in to us for no power. That ended up just being a faulty USB port that, you know, when the battery completely runs flat and you can't charge it, then it's going to look like they can't power on at all anymore. Makes sense? That was a really fun one to diagnose. Didn't take us too long to figure it out either. Okay, that should make this one happy HomePod. Watch the airflow with aftermarket shells. Oh, I can't recall using my heat gun for anything last time I did a Steam Deck shell. I got really lucky. It worked pretty well without it. Some aftermarket shells have killed the... Oh, the system airflow. Yes, I've read about that. We went... I recommend the extreme rate ones, because I've read out of all of them, that one's the best one. It's not an improvement, but it doesn't seem to be a detriment. There were some other options out there, but I'm just going off of what I've read in the community. I still need to shell swap my Steam Deck. I keep forgetting I have that thing. I never use it, never have the time. Yeah, I don't know what if you've had any experience with those yourself. Any custom shells or... What is up, sellout? I'm apparently... Oh, I was going to say missing a screw. Here it is. Is that the Josh? Is that the Josh Mars? The one and only Josh Mars? Welcome, welcome. I bet you don't love HomePods more than I do. We won't get into it. This is a family-friendly stream. For now. Come back after we've been at it for 3 hours and we're 8 HomePods into it. We'll be cursing and swearing and throwing screws and subwoofers across the room. And I just love to give myself the potentially most difficult repair to end the stream, of course. DC 139 there is going to be a fun one because it's not going to be the same repair as this one, despite them both having the same symptoms originally. Number 139 has already had someone's hands in it, and they tried replacing those same filters that you see us replace. Unfortunately, it did not go well for them. They ripped the pads off the board. So we will have to map out where those capacitors are supposed to go with one of my parts boards, and then we can either run trace wire, or if the components are close enough, we can just attach the replacement caps right to their connecting components and then hope for the best. It won't be the first time I've had to do something like that, but you never know if it's really gonna work, or like what else they might have possibly broken or messed up along the way. It's a big risk taking on repairs that other people have already attempted, but I personally love to take that kind of stuff on. I see it as a big challenge, because most repair shops, they won't go near anything that you've already tried to fix, and for good reasons. You know, it's really hard to prove one thing one way or another, and when you're saying it showed up with this kind of problem already, or this kind of damage, or this thing missing, or thankfully we haven't had anyone difficult to deal with here yet. Pretty much everything that people have sent in to us, if I haven't felt reasonably confident in being able to fix or work around their problems, I'll just replace the board entirely. I'd rather not risk it, and I'd rather not put them through possibly having to tear their HomePod apart again and causing more issues. Oy. It reminds me of that fellow a few weeks ago that we sold an amplifier board to. Someone reached out to me. They said, "Hey, can I buy an amplifier off of you?" And I was like, "Yep, it's refurbished. I do the same work as all the HomePods get, the warranty and all that." And I sent it out to them. And when they got it, they were saying that their HomePod no longer produced any sound with my amplifier. And the first thing that they asked me was, "Did you even test it?" Ooh, that kind of buttered my biscuit. That kind of buttered my biscuit. That kind of put some salt in my butter that I then put on my biscuit. And I was more than happy to try to troubleshoot everything possible with them. And I ended up taking that whole HomePod back in. I only sold and sent them an amplifier, but I offered to have them ship the whole HomePod back to me. And if it's my amplifier that's not working, then I will fix it up and send it back to you, and it's nothing out of your pocket, just a little more time. But if I get it and I find that it's not my work or my board that failed, and that it's something that you did, you're paying at least for the shipping. Depending on what it needs, you might be paying more for repairs too. And guess what happened? Unfortunately, they did one of the worst, which was killing the sound output on their logic board entirely. Ouch. Not even my amplifier. It was totally fine, of course. But they must have done something to the logic board to totally kill its sound output, because when we put in another logic board, sure enough, turned right on, no problem. With sound and all of that. So I made them pay for the repair and return shipping. I made it really worth their time, at least, by replacing a few other things that they really needed to make that HomePod work well. But I hope they're doing all right nonetheless, and I hope they are enjoying their HomePod. Moving, my man. We might be moving over there. I might be closing up shop and moving to a block near you, my guy. Things are getting pretty crazy. What series is the second gen HomePod? I don't know. I don't really care about the second gen. It's kind of yucky. Yes, okay.
I'm having trouble.
That is a lot better. And here we move on to the next one. Let's get their name up on the screen and see what we're fixing here. No, one can dream moving, and you never really know. You never really know what might happen. But one of my coworkers was talking about moving over there. I was like, oh, I know a guy. I was actually talking about you. We were talking about Overwatch 2. And you know, one of our favorite festive themes that we would play. New strat. Twist and pull. Capture the what? Moving, I can't say it. This is a family-friendly stream for now. I don't want to get totally beaned. some of Tim's tears to wash away the sin of silicone adhesive that they used. On a scale of 1 to 10, you just got beamed. Tag your friends to totally beam them. Oh yeah, the Land Rover key from Smart Home Sellout. I have been really waiting. I have been looking forward to that. You gotta send that in sometime. The hammer has been waiting. And the offer's still on the table even though it's past the holidays. If y'all got any more of those trees. Doesn't taste very good. That's why we replace them. It smells good though. And the subwoofer is alright. Close your eyes. Oh, okay. Never mind. You gonna work? I don't know if I can help you with that. Yes. Yes, we must catch up. It's been a while. I need to hop in my Discord's voice channel sometime and bug you guys. I don't know where any of you are at these days. I've got a freaking 2-year-old. Two and a half jobs. Oh, I'll tell Kira you said hi too. less spicy. Let's perfect that. We can do better. There we go. And let's get our dead diode out of here, that 48K dated diode. That's what failed, that's what caused their power issue. We're going to replace it with a bigger, better, higher quality one so that it doesn't happen again. Even though the only reason these diodes are failing is due to a quality control issue with a small batch of them. We will overkill the replacement. Give that HomePod those warm and fuzzies. Make sure those top two pins get flowed in there too. Those can be easy to cold solder. last but not least, we'll go ahead and take that plastic film off. I'm just kidding. No, 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 no. Oh. Still no power. Not even any power draw. Oh, it jumps up for a second. Did we totally gloss over a short on the main logic board? Dun dun dun. Interesting. The plot thickens. What kind of goofy mistake did we make this time? No, power supply is plugged in. I remember plugging that in. What did we miss here? It must not be the diode this time, then. Let's see, do we hear anything kick on when we plug this into power? Is anything getting hot? No, I don't even hear. Oh. Oh, okay, so we've got a dead power supply. You know what's interesting is a fellow named Mike in our Discord server, if I'm not mistaken, has experienced a very similar failure on their power supply too. But I've got so many of these sitting around, I'd rather just pop it in and give it a shot here. Okay. Totally different power supply, same everything else. Hey, okay, we've got power. So their original power supply was most likely the original issue. Fortunately, all of that work that we did to the amplifier board isn't in vain. That would have all been done as part of the maintenance that we do to any hardware repair for these HomePods. So they were going to get those parts replaced on the amplifier whether they were a problem or not. But cool. I'm glad we figured that out pretty easily. Maybe one day when I'm desperate for power supplies for these things, I'll take the time to diagnose and repair one of those busted ones I've got. I've got a few of them that are similar to that. But until I really need to do that, I'm going to use one of the few dozen that I've got sitting around. Jason, what is up? Welcome back. That sounds like a Wi-Fi problem. Also, what is up, Mike? Welcome back. You did unplug it after midnight, right? You're not supposed to leave it plugged in after midnight. Between the hours of 12 and 4 a.m., you must leave it unplugged, otherwise, strange things might happen. It's like a gremlin. Oh, yep. Something about the Wi-Fi, I'm sure. Very nice. Okay, we move on to DC 356 here with presumably just some bad filters, hopefully not a bad subwoofer and all that badness. Cheers. Okay. Yeah. That could use some new filters. I think Mike could use some new filters too, to be honest. Alright, everyone bully Mike in the chat there. Let's get this fixed. Don't actually... Some of Tim's tears. The subwoofer has survived. We don't need to replace this. All right. Let's get this some new filters. We'll see if it needs a new diode too while we're here. I mean, I don't want to sound mean, but you might just be bad at bowling. You don't have to blame the HomePod for it. I suck at bowling, for one. I'm not a bumpers up kind of guy, but I'm not very good at it. we have a 42K Schottky diode, so that's all that this one should actually need. We'll put it together with a fresh subwoofer gasket, but that should doesn't need a new Schottky diode. It's not like the one in there is going to fail. It's not the same one. Or the same one that normally fails, I guess I should say. Whoa, Mike, I'm just talking about your bowling. I'm just talking about your bowling and you're going that deep. I didn't mean to cut you that hard. But I mean, if you don't wanna, then you know I understand. I'll take the red HomePod back though. Okay. I'm glad you caught that. I put little Easter eggs here and there on people's on some people's shipping labels. I don't do it to everyone because you never know who's not gonna take whatever joke well. But I do like to have fun with people's shipping labels sometimes. I haven't gotten anywhere further with the car, unfortunately. I have admitted defeat for now. I'm just waiting to find a weekend where I don't have a bunch of HomePods waiting to get fixed. Have a coworker or two come over and help me drop it in. Darn thing just doesn't line up. Should be the easiest thing in the world. It's an automatic transmission. I don't even have a clutch to line up to deal with. But I even stuck a little boroscope camera up in there, and I can see it not lining up, and it just I can't. I don't know. Folks, we've got this one all fixed up.
I'm having trouble connecting to the internet.
What?
I'm gonna be autistic for a second. That was an AH-64E Apache helicopter that just went.
Oh.
It looked cool as fuck.
Ooh.
It was big. Sorry, just like you should have. It sounded different than the normal helicopter.
Yeah, it was a pretty big one.
She just passed out literally a minute before that helicopter went over.
Is she still asleep?
Yeah, she's she's.
Alright. Folks, we'll be right back. All right. We've got number 285 here. They actually sent in 3 HomePods. It's a mixed bag of issues. 2 have no power, 1 has no base. So it'll be fun to see which one we grab each time here. Let's see. Which one did we grab first? Would you look at that? No power. Couple of watts from the wall. So that looks like the usual dead diode. Let's get this apart and get it fixed. Hi.
They just put out a bunch of jobs today at the office.
Ooh.
My everything's already on there, so I'm gonna apply.
Yes, apply. Yeah. Yes.
Or in the Microsoft store.
Yes. Oh my gosh, that'd be hilarious. My wife working at the Apple store and me fixing HomePods on the side.
Better. They're hiring a genius.
I don't want to be a genius.
I don't want
You can, if you want.
I just want to sell stuff. That's the easy part.
No, you might like being a genius,
Yeah, true.
but I think they want experience for that. Like you usually start as like a retail employee or whatever.
Oh, literally, I meet the minimum qualifications. Experience in retail sales, related work experience, possess the visual inspection and fine motor skills to safely perform hardware repair.
Yes.
I've experienced troubleshooting hardware and software issues in a customer service environment.
Just stick me in the back room and let me fix stuff all day.
I don't know what I did on the table right there in front of people. I cracked those laptops open.
Ooh, I would love to fix stuff in front of people. That'd be even cooler. That's what they should do. They should let They should let them fix their stuff in front of them if they want to. Alright, folks. I guess I'm gonna quit HomePod repairs and go work at Apple and help them get that started. You can go to the Apple store and you can get your stuff.
The Apple store near us pays up to $34 an hour, and they start at $25 for all positions. So, like, realistically, it's not that bad, especially if you're working full time.
I mean, and you get
discounts. You get all the benefits of retail.
Oh man, I would be buying non-stop second-gen HomePods if I had a discount on them.
Oh god, that's what you're gonna make me do.
Yeah, you will be spending your entire paycheck on HomePods every 2 weeks.
Oh my god.
Nah, but weekly.
I can't spend my money at the mall and work. The Lego store's right downstairs.
That would be so funny.
I worked in that mall before. I worked across the street from that mall before. Oh, the people there are the worst. Do we go down to South Center? No, I don't want to drive that far.
No.
Especially if you don't work at the mall.
Oh.
Pretty much nicer mall.
Boovin said hi.
Oh, hi.
He's gone, but he said hi.
Hello. I was waiting for her. She passed out with her bottle in her mouth. She was passing it while she was using her knife, and she looked down at me and those eyes closed, and my nose was open. Hi, fat boy.
Did you feed that fat cat? Since he's bothering you for it.
I'll go with you guys drive through the
Oh yeah, totally agree, Mike. But it's a hell of a lot better than what she's got right now and what she's dealt with in the past. I.e., smoke shops off the freeway, gas stations. Barista. And she has worked at the Microsoft store before too. It's pretty much right up her alley, really. By no means the perfect job, but oh, SeaTac's like 15 to 30 minutes from us, depending on traffic. I mean, depending on traffic, it could take you an hour.
Trying to swap me last night,
Yeah.
but I just instinctively went like that. He backed up and was like so offended. Like, don't try to get me.
I wonder if he's like just playing.
No,
No?
because Alice swats us without using her claws. And then if we piss her off, she will use her claws.
Yeah.
But he goes full claws out every time, and I don't think it's a matter of he doesn't know how to not put them back in. He's an outdoor cat. He knows how to use his feet, you know? No, I think he legitimately just has some weird emotional issues from being
Yeah, he's got some shit he's got to work through.
some semi-feral cat.
I want him to figure it out.
But like all things considered, though,
He's like, I can still like go down there and pet him for the most part. Like
no,
he's.
I think all I'm seeing is down. At least I mean, after he's eating, I haven't tracked any.
You want to go work at SeaTac? Yeah, my wife smokes weed, so if they drug test, she can't.
It's not for fun though, either. Okay.
She's disabled.
But not disabled enough to be disabled.
You've got a freaking parking pass. You're disabled.
And it's too It
Yeah.
means nothing.
Is your disability temporary?
I hope so.
Yeah, that's what we're all hoping.
I hope so.
But that's how it starts.
Yeah, that's
It's only temporary, and then it's permanent. That's what we're just not hoping for that.
That's why the doctor made me home for me.
Yeah.
This time he was like, oh man, the new system, they got a new epic system. It's nice. It's really nice. I can see all my medical records from any epic hospital that I went to in the last like 5 years.
That's pretty epic.
All my birth stuff is there.
Your birth stuff, so you know you were born then.
No, not
Like-
me. Chuck.
Oh. Okay, so we don't know if you were born, but we know Chell was born at least.
I know where, but I don't know where. It's fine.
I guess that's all that really matters.
No, all that medical record stuff is on like my hospitals. My physical therapy records are on there. I'm big surprised. I do have to rely on their USB.
By what?
The USB.
I can't actually hear you very well. A USB what?
I need a flash drive.
I need to buy a bunch of them, because I have, like, the best flash drive I've got is like a 32 gig USB 2.0 drive.
No,
I haven't bought a new flash drive in like 10 plus years.
No, I need one of those, just a plain cheap plastic one.
Yeah, no, still.
When I go to the spine people, they want my x-rays on a flash drive. That's the one thing I have to break.
Yeah, I still don't want to give you an old
No.
flash drive so that you show up there and they plug it in and that's when it craps out.
That's why I was asking, I was like, you still work with Microsoft? Because Microsoft used to have buckets of them.
I don't know. I need to buy some. I'll just buy some.
He said, no, I was just gonna go to like Staples and buy $2. You can get a 2 gig flash drive for cheap.
No, everyone steals flash drives at work. I'm not stealing flash drives from work.
I don't think they take my I'll bring it down. No, you don't bring it down. I know, buddy, I love you. Smell of that.
Unionized, starting pay $20 an hour, flight benefits. We don't fly, but
Oh man, I would. I
You
thought
know?
about it.
it might get us into it.
Um,
Might break that anxiety.
no, my nail teacher, Miss Keisha, she used to work there. As baggage handler. And like the people with the cones. And she said it was a great job. They would have so much fun. You got great benefits. She had a good schedule too.
I can't.
And you give me the big benefit.
Yeah. Well,
Or find something else to take. The way it is, they don't stop it. Ideally, when you're in but
no, you're gonna go apply to the Apple Store because I want more HomePods. Okay, I can hear you.
Okay, that seems like way up more my alley.
What?
They've got a creative role, and it's essentially foster a learning environment for customers by helping them set up their products and connect their interests to the Apple ecosystem. I loved helping people set their stuff up.
If you're gonna pass, well, okay, they're saying that it's like a group interview for that.
Yeah, I fucking bet. It's the same one with Microsoft.
Which, like, I don't know how they evaluate an individual's skill level if they're doing group
They
interviews.
didn't tell me it was going to be a group interview at Microsoft. I showed up. There were 8 dudes, and I was the only woman.
You know, they might hire you just because, you know.
And one of the things.
There you go.
One of the interview things was we had to partner up with one of the people, right? And then, like, I get why they did it, but it was so awkward because we had to get up in front of everybody else and tell the managers why we should hire the other person instead of us. Like us. I had no issue with it, but it did not feel right doing it with a group of people that we had.
Let that cat out.
No, he just wants to bite me and get food. He's just sitting there staring at me, his little toes spread out.
He might just eat Atlas in our sleep, too.
Yeah, man. I don't want to wake up to that. It's bad enough when he had his poop smell wafting into the living room. Oh my gosh. Group interviews, no big deal. I'm not worried about that.
This is called, no, Mike, this is called, what was it called? Emotional labor.
What do you mean?
Making you go work at Apple.
Oh, no,
so
that's
I can
literal.
so I can buy HomePods.
I have to actually go to work through that though.
Emotional and physical.
How am I gonna make pasta sauce? Hey, worst comes to worst, I'm just gonna go make coffee. Everybody loves coffee until it becomes extinct and where you can't afford it.
Well, I'm sure I could trade somebody a HomePod for a bunch of pasta sauce. Like, the problem won't be what we want. The problem will be what do we do with all these HomePods?
Oh man, this sounds great. I love teaching people stuff. I love just being educated at like Evergreen. Sounds like so much fun. What?
Huh?
Bless. I can keep on my resume that I've been working in WAG for the past 2 years so it doesn't look like I'm an employee. I walk dogs occasionally.
You
Start walking dogs.
I could say that you've been my employee.
No, that's fraud.
It's not fraud, you've been working for me.
Drop your packages.
You drop my stuff off. You watch my kid.
Thanks, take your food. Keep the facilities manageable. I'm the facilities manager. Oh, I'm about to go that cat. He won't stop when we see him. Bastard.
Just pet him.
He didn't know what to do.
He just wants love. He doesn't get love. He just sits in the back there all day.
I knew it. He just wanted food.
What, dry food?
No. Oh, yeah. Because he eats a hole in his dry food. Yeah. There you go, buddy.
It'll work better when I put more in there.
And so if it like goes up too far, he'll look at you so sad. He does. He's one of those cats that has that sad little face. It's because his right ear droops down.
Sad little face, but the little demon.
He's fierce. He's an outdoor cat.
Yeah, for sure. It's okay, we'll break them.
Being a pet, it has to be bonkers. You're bored. Sometimes just chuck you outside, and you live outside, and that's fine. And then next thing you know, someone takes you from outside, and you live inside. They quarantine you into one place in the house, and you're so confused. You can't go eat birds anymore.
He plays with
His little dingler.
oh yeah.
I'll hear it in the middle of the night. And I hear him scratch on that bench. But he doesn't scratch too much on it, to be honest.
Yeah, I think he's still figuring it out.
Yeah. That's okay. Not all cats are big scratchers like that either. So.
Show us the cat. I can't show you the cat yet.
I will not let you pick him up.
I do not want to.
Yeah.
We only got him a few months ago. He had been living outside for like 8 months. It's been a few months.
We got him in December, Nick.
Like, beginning of December at
It
best.
was in December.
It was beginning of December, yeah.
Yeah. It's January.
Okay, so it's been more than a few weeks.
No, I just want to make sure I'm on the right time.
No, yeah. No, I'm using bad choice of words there.
No, you're okay. You've been here a while, buddy.
But this cat is still fairly feral. You're welcome to come over and check him out if you want, though. You can give him some pets.
He'd probably enjoy it.
He's pretty sweet for the most part, but he has moments where he just like he'll swat at you. It's only happened once to me and once or twice to her, but still. We've got another cat. We got 2 kitties. We can never be together. Someone's always got to cry about it.
If it's not that, it's rabbit. It's not rabbit, it's quirk.
How does the cat get along with the kid? Well, so we've got 2 cats, and the one cat that we've had for like a few like 9 years now, they're great. They're no problem, and they're perfectly fine around the kid. This recent adoption that I should rather say this recent cat that we kidnapped from the street. You know, they've been living outside for the past 8 months, and, you know, they're still warming up. So we have them sanctioned off to one half of the house, and we keep the other cat in, you know, living room and all that jazz on the other half of the house.
Parece que hay algún problema con la conexión. Parece que haya.
All right. That one's good. Let's see. Did we grab the one with no base or the one with no power? We grabbed another one with no power. All right. I do notice there is a little bit of a crack right there on the top. So we're gonna pry starting somewhere else. I don't want to make that worse. Oh, I just saw that. Am I hiring? Maybe one day. One day I'd love to have a repair shop of folks fixing stuff up. But I don't know. I don't know if I can trust anyone else's work. I can barely trust my own work. You want me to go and pay somebody a living wage to do my work for me? Get out of here. I'd rather do it myself. Your dad tried opening it. Ah. You know, honestly, I didn't even notice that they tried opening it. That just kind of looked like it was cracked in shipping. You should have just said nothing, and then I would have replaced it and claimed it as a shipping damage. So you guys tried taking one apart. Did you guys get these all broken, or did they all break on you over time? They were your own. Alright, that's getting kind of annoying. It's a good thing you sent this in to me. Because you would have ran into this. Oh, I hit the wrong one. That's funny. You would have ran into this and either stripped or broken this screw off, and it would have, would not have been a fun time. Okay. There we go. How big of a UPS box do I have at the store? Oh, I have the smallest one they got, yep. And they just, they pile my stuff up at the front. They know me by now. In the truck that shows up there every day. They all know me by now. They've got my packages sitting on the table in the middle of the lobby by the time I show up every day. Sometimes I'll walk in there and like someone will be dropping something off or picking something up, like just some other random person, and they'll be like, "Oh, is this the HomePod guy?" it's crazy. And the truck driver's like, "Oh, so you're the one that takes up half my truck every other day." Ooh, good question. There's a lot that's different between the first gen and second gen. They look a lot more similar on the outside than they are on the inside. Stark difference on the outside, actually. The second gen uses no adhesive. It's all screws. It has fewer tweeter speakers, of course. It has the exact same subwoofer, so it's not like it's got a better subwoofer or anything. It's just got a more efficient amplifier chip. It uses a excuse me. It uses a rubber subwoofer gasket, unlike the foam gasket in the first gens. Oh, my camera here is about to die. Say goodbye. Say goodbye. Anyways, the second gen uses a solid rubber subwoofer gasket. The first gen is more slightly porous foam, and you see us replace those with the rubber ones here to more match up with the bass response of the second gen. The physical construction, how it's put together, and the grade of plastics that they use, it's exactly the same stuff that they used for the Mini. The first gen HomePod it feels like all original materials. The second gen feels like the same stuff as the Mini, if any of that makes sense. You could totally try, but I wouldn't mess with people's mail unless you want to mess with federal prison. I won't bail you again. Not a second time, Mike. Well, I can't say they aren't unguarded at the UPS store. Those guys are. They are very cool guys, but they will not. They won't let you play any games. Ooh, don't get on CK's bad side. The dude that runs the store. Oh, I love walking in there and he's chewing out some customer's ass. And it's like, dude, you're, He doesn't let me slide with anything either. It was a few beginning of December. I took a few days off to visit some family on the other side of the state, and I asked him, I was like, hey, I'm gonna be out of town for like 2 or 3 days. Would you guys mind just, you know, if I didn't have somebody coming here and picking these up? And they were like, no. You get way too much. And I was like, yeah, but the paper says that I have 3 days to pick it up. And they were like, yeah, but you get a lot. And we don't have room here in this teeny tiny little store. Oh, I totally agree, Mike. The UPS store is not the time or place for that. Wendy's? That's a different story. But the UPS store? No. I just saw that. Wow, Nick just said you can't even remove a screw. No, I didn't say they couldn't remove a screw. I said they probably couldn't. That was a probably, if I'm not mistaken. At least if it was my first time taking one of these apart and I ran into that on the power supply, I would have gotten into some trouble. And I can't imagine too, it being the first of the three that you chose to try to take apart. You crack the top, you say okay whatever, and you get past that and you get down to the power supply and then you get stuck on that screw and it strips out. You're like, and you kick it across the room like Mike. You know you're supposed to unplug it before you kick it, right? Or else it gets the hose again. Oh yeah, exorcisms are the usual repair rate. If it was cursed by myself, then, you know, it's on the house. We actually probably get one or two that have to be exorcised like every month or so. It's not common, but it's not uncommon. Unfortunately.
Tengo dificultades para conectarme a internet. Tengo dificultades.
That must mean this one has no base. Yeah. Alright. Let's let number 189 there, that they're coming up next year. Oh wow, they reached out a while ago. 139. All right.
I'm having trouble connecting to the internet.
I'm having trouble. Excuse me. What do we got here? Do we have a totally blown out subwoofer from Filters Gone Bad? Or do we have a random short somewhere on the amplifier? Unlikely to find any genes. Shorts are to be expected. Or do we have a totally blown main amp chip? We've seen a few of those coming in more often recently. I did forget to mention Dark Array. I hope that the shipping materials that I sent weird. It smells, what's that smell like? It smells like Smarties. Yeah, that smells like Smarties candy. I was gonna say, I hope that the shipping materials that I sent you folks for your 3 HomePods felt adequate. It's not often I get a request for 3 of them, so I don't often have boxes to accommodate that. But I hope you felt all right with that, and I'll be sending them back in something a little nicer. It lives on a wall. I wonder if that's like... I wonder if it's drywall. Like, did you guys drill holes into your wall to mount it, or drill any holes into your walls right above it? It smells awful sweet for drywall. If you actually sent me 10 at a time, that would you are correct, that would be its own stream. Or 2. Alright, what do we got? Subwoofer seems perfectly fine. So we've got a mystery to be had on our amplifier board. Of course, in typical fashion, the closer we get to ending the stream, the more unique and interesting the repairs and problems get. Well, we'll see. Maybe it's a short that we'll find first try. I already have an idea what it might be, which cap to look at. Oh, have any of you folks updated to 18.3 yet on your HomePods? And if you have, has anything gotten better or worse? I personally haven't noticed any differences yet. Maybe takes a little longer to boot up. I don't know. Safari feels snappier at least. Do I have logic board issues? Can I show one closer? I'm happy to show something closer if you're looking for something specific. I do recommend also though, if you look up on Google iFixit HomePod teardown, the first gen, they have some really high quality photos of the logic board, and if you hover over the image of the logic board, it's got an info icon at the top right, and if you click the info icon, it takes you to the page for the image, and there's a link to the source image, so you can click the link to the source image, and that takes you to the even bigger version without any of the boxes drawn over it. And it's going to be higher quality than anything that I can probably show you here. But if that doesn't work out for you, yes, you're more than welcome to let me know what area of the logic board in particular you're looking for. I've got a lot of logic boards over here that have already been de-shielded that you can look at. Alright, I'm gonna grab my meter. Make sure that they are connected. There we go. And let's see if we get lucky here. I'm gonna stick this on the ground, and we're gonna look at our first culprit. Oh, yeah, hey, look at that, first try. Alright, so that black capacitor right here is shorted out and causing our bass issues. We'll get that replaced. I happen to have a whole bunch of those brand new. I've got the spec for replacing this capacitor on my website under the known issues for no bass. If you will run into this issue yourself out there. Oh yeah, I got a whole bunch of them over here. See if that helps you. This one I've tried re-balling the NAND on. I need to do it again. It's not currently working, but I haven't touched anything else on it yet. just an and. I don't have a lot with the other side taken off yet. But if you need the other side, feel free to, I can show you that. Just say so. Alright, if I was a good little repair tech, I would check and see if that capacitor was shorted by itself. I would check to make sure that there still isn't a short across the board. But I'm a bad repair tech. I also know what's going on here, so we're just gonna jump into it here and give it a new cap. Alright. It is on there fair and square. Let's go ahead and replace the filters while we're here. These are not what caused this particular issue. This capacitor shorting out and failing it's a fairly rare but still kind of common issue. We've seen it here and there. Not something that happens enough to warrant us replacing it in everyone's HomePods. Unlike these filters and the diode for death farts and no power. These filters, we're replacing these because they tend to go bad and, yeah, like I said, cause death farts. And we do see them going bad and failing often enough that it warrants replacing them preventatively. But for this particular no base issue and that particular capacitor failure on the other side, that has nothing to do with these filters. Last but not least, it does need a new Schottky diode. So this one's on a roll here for things to replace that haven't failed yet, but certainly wouldn't cause more issues. This is the diode that failed and caused no power in their other two HomePods. So we're going to get that replaced so it doesn't come back to us for it. We can tell by the way it is, also the date code on there. gives it away. It's the 46K and the 48K date codes that keep failing. I actually emailed Diodes Incorporated like 3 years ago. I was like, hey, I used this diode in a bunch of my products and it's having abnormal failure rates. What's going on? They never emailed me back. But I kind of wanted them to say, oh yeah, there's a known... I wanted the manufacturer of these diodes to admit that there was a problem with a batch of them. And I wonder if Apple told them not to tell anyone. Or if they themselves don't even know. It'd be weird. If none of them knew. Okay, with all of that, we should have our base back. We shouldn't have death farts anytime soon. And we should never have no power again, at least caused by that diode. There's literally thousands of other reasons these things can fail, but that hits all of the major ones, the most common ones. Oh, that poor kid. Sounds like she wasn't ready to wake up. You know, kid, when you're smacking me in the face at 5 in the morning, 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, I'm not ready to get up either. But you don't see me crying like that. I don't blame her though. She got sick. She caught something a couple days ago, and then she gave it to my wife, and then I think I caught it. I've been microban and alcohol wiping down everybody's HomePods and boxes before I ship them back out. Just in case. I don't want to get anyone sick. I mean, I'm not going to get anybody sick working on their stuff and shipping it back to them. But I'd like to be extra, extra safe. Sorry about that, folks. I can't really do anything about it. Yes.
I'm having trouble connecting to the internet.
Yes. Yes. All right. We will reset and update all of those just to be sure that they are good to go. But that is a 3 for 3 for 285 there. That leaves us with the last melon, number 139 here. They have already attempted their own. So we'll call it pads missing. So they already tried taking this one apart, and they did. They got that far. They were unable to remove the filters from the board without ripping the pads off. We're gonna see what's going on here and if we can't save it. And we won't judge how they put it together too harshly, because I did tell them you don't have to put it together correctly. Just use enough screws to keep everything from coming apart. At least it'll be a lot easier to get in. They already did all the hard work for us. Alright. What is going on? Oh. Oh. Okay, so surprisingly, we're not actually missing anything. It appears. Aw, dang, we lost our test pad. I was gonna use that. And you took it from me. Okay, I think we can make this work. Where is my depopulated board? Let's find out where that pad goes. Hopefully not straight from the DAC there. This big pad here, all these little pads around it, that's from a surface mount chip, and that would be pretty much next to impossible to run a trace wire from and fix that. Something I would love to do on in some free time, but not something I would want to do for someone as a permanent repair. Well, let's find out where this pad normally goes. Do we have any lucky neighbors? No. Oh, it does come from our DAC. Does it go anywhere else? Easy. It does not. Yeah, I mean, if we had that test pad still, then we could have used that, but unfortunately they lost that with it. And our only option is straight off the DAC. Do we dare? You know, I think we could. I actually think we might be able to. I've got a needle nose for my pine sill that just came in the mail that I was going to use on Alex's iPod. He's got a USB-C mod that we need to wrap up. As for the other one, though, luckily we still have our test pad there. That should give us a reading back to the DAC too. If we can reach it. Nah, I can't reach it with these. That's okay. Okay. Folks, I think this is, after how much we've fixed up to this point, I think this is probably a good stopping point. Give you guys a little bit of suspense for the next stream. I am going to get my hands on another amplifier board for number 139 here, just in case we can't save this. But we'll save the repair attempt for this for the first up on our next repair stream tomorrow. I'm getting hungry and we've been at it for 3 hours, so we're gonna call it for here and now. I hope you all enjoyed this live stream repair. And as always, I hope to catch you in the next one.